right. First, I want to give an honor to the Most High, YAHAWAH, who most call God, and to his son, YAHAWAH, who most call Jesus, to the prophets, elders, apostles, and teachers like myself who are pushing forth this truth, this gospel, to the four corners of the earth, to all of Israel, Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, and those mixed in with the other nations, look like the other nations, even speak the other nations' tongues, but are of Israel according to the seed, or the sperma in the Greek, or the sperm, how we've come to know it in the land of our captivity, and in their language, the sperm of their forefathers goes all the way back to Jacob, his 12 sons, the patriarchs. To everybody, I say shalom, peace, and greetings. Also want to give a double honor to the prophets, a great millstone, because it's through them that I heard this truth. And he that have an ear, let him hear what thus saith the Almighty. Not house, but what thus saith the Almighty. Let me read something for you real quick. Glory says magnificence or great beauty. That's one of the definitions you'll see. And another one is a high renown or honor won by notable achievements. Okay, so we have magnificence or great beauty. Okay, or high renown or honor won by notable achievements. Okay, and so I want to talk about the glory, because part of the glory of the Almighty is the chariots, if you will. That's what our salvation is going to be. And they've always been here. They've always been around. And when you're in this truth, the truth starts to, it sounds, when you're in this thing, you understand that the truth sounds stranger than this reality that we're given, that which is built upon lies and nothing but deceit. Let's go to Psalm 68. Psalm 68:17 says, the chariots of the power are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. Now, mind you, Lord there, if you have King James Bible, it's not capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D. Again, YAHAWAH, an angel of the angel of the Lord, if you will, has always been here. Okay, even in the beginning, we'll get into that. Let's read that one more time. Psalms 68:17. The chariots of the power are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai. That's going back to Moses, when he led Israel out of the land of Egypt. Even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai, in the holy place. Okay, let's keep going. Let me to Isaiah 66:13. Isaiah 66:13. As one whom is his mother. Sorry, let me read that again. I'm excited. 13. Isaiah 66:13. As one whom his mother comforteth, so will I comfort you, and ye shall be comforted in Jerusalem. 14. And when ye see this, your heart shall rejoice, and your bones shall flourish like an herb, and the hand of YAHAWAH shall be known toward his servants, and his indignation. You go right there to Malachi 1:4. Indignation against the seed of people, right? And his indignation toward his enemies. Enemy of the children of the Almighty is the enemy of the Most High. Okay? 15. Pay attention to this. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. Pay attention closely to that. For by fire, I'm at 16, and by his sword. Who's his sword? YAHAWAH. will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. Chariots. And these chariots conceal themselves in the clouds, if you will. I'm going to start with the New Testament and we'll work our way back to the Old Testament. Check this out. It's Revelations 1 verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. Check this out. This is a bit of a regeneration for you. A lot of folks won't be able to receive it, but check this out. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him. And your spirits are eternal, man. And they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen. But just let's hold on to that. Behold, he cometh with clouds. They have brainwashed the masses in believing, UFOs and all this kind of stuff, hogwash. But it's the chariots of the Most High. Esau, Edom, the elites, they know the truth. That's why they put it in movies. And, you got like, what is that? Star Trek, Beam Me Up, Scotty. They know. That's how it sounds strange. But that's how our salvation is going to happen. Like a Beam Me Up, Scotty, up into them chariots. Because when you understand that destruction has to come to Lady Liberty. It has to. You're saying, why, House? Because what thus saith the Almighty. But let's not get deterred. Talk about the clouds. The Almighty's glory, if you will. Matthew 26:64. YAHAWAH saith unto him, Thou hast said, nevertheless, I say unto you, hereafter shall ye see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power and coming in the clouds of heaven. This is Matthew 24:30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power. Check this out. And great glory. Glory. Magnificence or beauty, or great beauty. High renown or honor won by notable achievements. It's going to be notable. When them chariots come busting through the clouds, YAHAWAH. The world calls them UFOs and unidentified flying objects, all that kind of stuff. Gonna be real quick. Let's go over to Exodus real quick. Clouds, chariots. How about Exodus 40? Then a cloud covered the tent of the congregation. This is Exodus 40:34. And the glory of Yahweh filled the tabernacle, the beauty. It's 35. And Moses was not able to enter into the tent of the congregation because the cloud abode thereon, and the glory of Yahweh filled the tabernacle. And when the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle, the children of Israel went onward in all their journeys. But if the cloud were not taken up, then they journeyed not till the day that it was taken up. For the cloud of Yahweh was upon the tabernacle by day, and a fire was on it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys. Chariot. Huge mothership, if you will. You know, let's keep going. Somebody's saying I need more, house. Old Testament, New Testament work together like hand and glove. Numbers 9. We'll start at verse 15. And on the day that the tabernacle was reared up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, namely the tent of the testimony. And at even there was upon the tabernacle, as it were, the appearance of fire until the morning. Stop. I want to go back here to real quick. Bear with me. Here it is. For behold, Isaiah 66:15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, his rebuke with flames of fire. Going back to Numbers 9, verse 15. And on the day of the tabernacle, on the day that the tabernacle was reared up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, namely the tent of the testimony. And at even there was upon the tabernacle, as it were, the appearance of fire until the morning. So it was always the cloud covered it by day, and the appearance of fire by night. Chariot, huge chariot. This was just one chariot. This was just one, okay? But that's why I took you there to Psalm 68, 20,000. Just imagine, huge. It's going to cover the whole face. So every eye is going to look up and see these huge. See, I'm just reading to you about just one. Let's keep going. 16, Numbers 9:16. So it was always the cloud covered it by day, and the appearance of fire by night. 17. And when the cloud was taken up from the tabernacle, and after the children of Israel, after that, the children of Israel journeyed. And in the place where the cloud abode, there the children of Israel pitched their tents. At the commandment of Yahawah, the children of Israel journeyed, and the commandment of Yahawah they pitched. As long as the cloud abode upon the tabernacle, they rested in their tents. 19. And when the cloud tarried long upon the tabernacle many days, then the children of Israel kept the charge of Yahawah and journeyed not. And so it was, when the cloud was a few days upon the tabernacle, according to the commandment of Yahawah, they abode in their tents. And according to the commandment of Yahawah, they journeyed. And so it was, when the cloud abode from even until the morning, that the cloud was taken up in the morning. Then they journeyed, whether it was by day or by night that the cloud was taken up, they journeyed. So whenever that chariot moved, they moved. Whenever it abode, they stayed and pitched tent. And in the commandment of Yahawah, they rested in the tents. I'm at 23. And the commandment of Yahawah, they journeyed. They kept the charge of Yahawah and the commandment of the Lord by the hand of Moses. Let's keep going. Yeah, my phone might cut off, but I just want you to get the justice. Just like then, their salvation came through a chariot. Well, nothing new under the sun. Ecclesiastes 1:9, same thing. There's going to be utter destruction coming, but the hopeful elect, beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up, YAHAWAH, if you will, into the chariots. Because this place, America, is going to be destroyed. Exodus 24:15. And Moses went up in the mountain, and a cloud covered the mount. Right? Again, these chariots are concealed in the clouds. They can conceal themselves in the cloud. And the glory of the Lord abode, the beauty, upon Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it 6 days. And the 7th day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the cloud. And the sight of the glory of Yahweh was like like devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel. So Israel's looking at this and looking at this fire, and Moses went into the midst of the cloud and gat him up into the mount. And Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights. Check this out. I'm at Exodus 20:18. And all the people saw the thunderings and the lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. What is going on up there? And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear. But let not the power speak with us, lest we die. So they thunder and lightning, they see the fire and smoke and chaos going up on top of the mountain. The Almighty. Hey, when the Almighty speaks, things happen, man. 9:20. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not. God has come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your face, that ye sin not. The same thing is going to happen too, because when those clouds, when those chariots come in the clouds, if you will, YAHAWAH, what is that going to do? That's going to prove to all the naysayers, to all the doubters, to all the scoffers, that the elect, that a prophet was among them, that the elect were right. Almighty's going to prove, it's going to be that proof, just like way back then, it's going to happen again. So, you believe in a higher power? You crazy. That day is going to come. That day is going to come where they're going to be like, oh, man. Should have listened. And the people stood afar off, and Moses said unto the people, Fear not. I'm at 20:20, Exodus 20:20. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for the power is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, and ye sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where the power was. Okay? The children of Israel have always had a mediator for them, between the power and them. Here, I'm reading you where Moses was that mediator. YAHAWAH is also going to be that mediator. It is that mediator for us now, even now, the Word. Because you can't come through the Word unless you get to the Father unless you come through His Word. And who is His Word? His Son that became flesh and dwelt among us. John 1:14. Okay? Read that one more time. And the people saw the thundering and the lightnings, the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off. And they said unto Moses, Speak thou with us, and we will hear, but let not the power speak with us, lest we die. And Moses said unto the people, Fear not, for the power is come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your face, that ye sin not. And the people stood afar off, and Moses drew near unto the thick darkness where God was. These chariots are going to be our salvation. These clouds, YAHAWAH is coming in the clouds, the chariots. One day they're going to act as salvation, and on the second part of that, they're going to render destruction, not just here, but throughout the world, the other kingdoms of the world. Just like the chariot rendered destruction to Pharaoh and his army. Just like the chariot or the cloud blinded Pharaoh and his army, but gave light to the children of Israel. This heavenly wisdom, if you will, is only for a few. Only few are going to be able to receive this. And that's the hopeful elect. It sounds crazy. It sounds like hogwash. But when you filter what's going on in this reality with this book, the Word of the Almighty, you filter all this crap with the truth, and you'll get it. The truth will really start to make sense to you. You'll be able to discern. You'll be able to take all the meat and leave the bones from this reality. Like, oh, I see what they did there. You see, when you watch TV shows, you'll get the esoteric message, the hidden message. This, man, we're in a spiritual war here. You don't know. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. Scripture says over in Ephesians. I believe. I could be wrong. All glory goes to the Most High. YAHAWAH, look it up. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Okay. In fact, let me let me make sure I still got it. Hey, man, that's part of being in this body. Is you don't you think you know something, and Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. It's the only way you can be able to filter through this wickedness in this world that we're in is through the truth of the Almighty. Salvation first lies with hearken back to His Word. Then your faith and belief in becoming a workman in His Word, in hopes that you are the hopeful elect that will be caught up to meet YAHAWAH and the host of angels in those chariots. Everything I say and do is all out of love. All glory goes to the Most High, Yahweh, to His Son, King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, YAHAWAH house.